Hello, hello. Welcome to the month of December and another edition of Lancer Central. I'm Darius Thigpen. Great to have you along for the ride today. We have a lot to get to looking back at the month of November, and we start the month of December on the hard court. Under head coach Jason G, the men's basketball team had a wild start to the season, ultimately going 2-3 in November, playing a game on ESPN2 at Stephen F. Austin, and capped off the month with a home win against Dartmouth of the Ivy League, an 86-80 win on Monday night. Longwood has gotten contributions from a number of players this year, highlighted by a couple of captains. Longwood is led in scoring and rebounding by Chris Lane, who's getting 17 points and a shade under 9 rebounds per game. He had a pair of double-doubles in November. It was also a good month for DJ Allen, the senior. He put up 16 points per game and knocked down a team-high 17 threes in the first month of the season. Isaiah Walton, he's also provided a lift as a newcomer. A redshirt sophomore transfer, he averaged 15 points per game, leading Lancers in assists and steals. Head coach Bill Ryanson's women's basketball team, they've gotten off to a slower start for Longwood, a 1-4 record in November, but there were a number of bright spots for Longwood. The win came on the road at UMass Lowell when the Lancers went on a 12-0 second-half run and clinched the first win of the season. Now in that game, sophomore Kamari Jones had a career-high 24 points in a 72-59 win. Jones is averaging 9.5 points per game. Freshman Jada Russell, Philadelphia-born and raised, her game has been taken to another level as she has a team-high 10.6 points per game. She leads the team with 11 three-pointers knocked down. Now, both the men's and women's basketball teams will be on display this Saturday as the women host Norfolk State at noon, and the men's basketball team plays James Madison University at 5. Big story for the weekend, though, is that before the men's basketball game, Longwood will honor Lancer legend, the late Jerome Kersey, a 17-year NBA veteran with the Portland Trail Blazers and others, as well as one of the most well-known alumni in the history of Longwood University. For the younger generation, it might be missed how impactful Jerome Kersey was, but make no mistake that No Mercy Jerome Kersey was a force on and off the court.
Jerome was the best teammate you can ask for. He played with enormous energy and passion that was contagious to all of us. His peers respected how hard he played and competed. And they know when he strapped it up and stepped it in between those lines, they better be ready for 48 minutes or they were going to lose that battle that night.
He appreciated and worked hard for every moment of his career, starting in his college days at Longwood. Some people would say he got lucky. However, luck is where preparedness meets opportunity. You know my dad was always prepared.
What did I learn along the way that allowed me to succeed after leaving Longwood? My work ethic was derived from my grandparents. I was a guy that was in the gym early, late. I was on the court, I was in the weight room, running, trying not only to become better at my craft, but also trying to become a leader for whatever team I would actually play for, or whatever I would do in life. Even superstars in college become ordinary when they enter into a different arena. If you want to regain your superstar status, get after it. It won't be handed to you, because when everyone else is as hungry and as talented as you are, you know what the secret is? Hard work is the secret sauce that you need. My degree was important to me and my daughter and my grandmother, that I came back to complete my work so I could finally say that I am and always will be, like you all, a Longwood University graduate.
Jerome Kersey passed away in 2015 at the age of 52. In our last episode, we outlined the success of some of the fall sports, and it was more than just a good autumn for these teams. It was, by record and finish, one of the best in Longwood history. The field hockey team, the lone squad to compete outside of the Big South, playing in the Mid-American Conference, made it to the MAC tournament for the first time in program history, and one of the best seasons under head coach Ian Byers. Longwood field hockey took the number 2 seed Miami to the brink, falling in double overtime to the Redhawks 3-2 in the final of the MAC semifinals. The season saw senior Ellen Ross and junior Edel Nyland land on the All-MAC first team, with Nyland leading the conference and setting the Longwood Division I goals record with 18. Also led the MAC with 42 points. Junior Lil Sophie Octavinter and sophomore Leonie Verstrada each made the second team of the conference. Cross country also found success during the fall campaign. Both teams coached by Katherine Hansen, who set some of her own personal records in the past few months when she represented the United States in the Triathlon World Championships. Well, as for her squads, the men's team led by junior Leon Beard and the women's team led by senior Gracie Piekarski both saw their top runners set a number of personal records, including those two both finishing among the best times for Longwood runners in the Big South Championship. Well, as for things for field hockey and cross country, as good as they were, may have been even better for the two soccer programs. Women's soccer team earned its first trip to the Big South semis since the 2012 season. Head coach Todd Dyer's Lancers knocked off Gardner-Webb in penalty kicks in the quarterfinals and took the top seed High Point to overtime before falling on an OT goal. The Lancers went undefeated at home and saw senior Amanda Spencer receive her third first-team All-Big South selection. Sophomore Sydney Wallace also made first team. A defender with a knack for finding the back of the net, Wallace finished tied for the team lead with 4 goals. A total of 5 Lancers were selected to all-conference honors. Staying on the pitch, the men's soccer team battled back against the odds to rally and make it to the Big South tournament, clinching the final spot on the last day of the regular season on this game-winning goal in overtime against Liberty, scored by Dan Campos. Longwood made it to the Big South Championship match for the first time under head coach John Atkinson. The Lancers beat UNC Asheville in High Point before the nationally ranked Radford Highlanders bested them 1-0 in that championship match. Now, Longwood had all conference selections, 4 of them, including second-teamers Dan Campos, who led the country with 12 assists, and senior goalie Carlos Canis. There was all-freshman selection Max Polker, who led the Lancers with 7 goals on the year, and then Finley Wyatt, the first-ever first-team All-Big South selection. Wyatt was the only player in the conference to finish in the top 8 in both goals and assists, finishing with 18 points on the season after scoring 6 goals and notching 6 assists. Plenty to be thankful for here at Longwood University in the month of November. Now let's hope that success carries over in the basketball season for your Longwood Lancers. Well, that's our show. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And as the great Lancer Pants says, let's go Wood.